Hello everybody and welcome to Britney's Mystics, your place for all things tarot, intuition, and magic. Now if you are new here, my name is Britney. I'm a tarot reader. I've been reading tarot for over 2.5 years now, and my goal is just to help people and guide people through my gifts and through the art of tarot. And if you are a returning watcher, subscriber, welcome back and thank you so much for your support. Now in this video, this is going to be a pick a card all about July 2021. What energy is coming towards you in July? What can you expect for July? How can you make July the best, month for yourself? How you can best and most effectively use the energy coming towards you for this new month. And since this is a pick a card collective message, there's going to be lots of different energies, lots of different people, situations that are going to be coming up and being tapped into. And as you listen to your message, make sure to take what resonates and to leave the rest and stay blessed. Do not try to force or fit a message that you don't feel is for you. Like again, take what resonates, leave the rest, and stay blessed. And I do offer personal readings, and if you are interested in booking a reading with me, you can do so at my website, and that information and that link and all my other links will be all down below in the description box that you can definitely check out either before or after watching this video. Now I have 3 piles here, and I was really drawn towards my blue crystals for some reason, but I think they're really pretty. So right here we have pile 1. This is a sodalite crystal, so that is going to be pile 1 over here. Pile 2, this is a celestite crystal, also very beautiful, so that's pile 2. And then we have right here pile 3 with didn't even say the crystal. This is a blue lace agate. So again, pile 1 with the sodalite, pile 2 with the celestite, and pile 3 with the blue lace agate. Now when you make your selections, take your time, take some deep breaths, do not rush or feel forced to quickly choose a pile. You can pause the video, meditate, breathe, see which one of these piles calls out to you, and all the timestamps will be in the description box down below. Now without any more talking, let's go ahead and get started with the reading. Hello pile 1, the blue sodalite pile. I personally have been really loving this crystal lately. I love the properties and the benefits that it can give you. Sodalite is a good crystal for focusing and concentration, communication. I feel like it has a very deep connection to kind of like that mercurial energy. So maybe you have, Gemini, heavy Gemini or Virgo placements in your chart. Maybe you were born on Mercury Day, which is a Wednesday. But this crystal is really good if you have trouble kind of focusing. Maybe if you have really rushing thoughts or anxiety, this can really help calm those thoughts to kind of help ease your worries, ease your mind, and kind of let it just relax and calm down, so your creative ideas and your productivity can more easily flow without feeling forced or stressed at all. So with this energy alone, with this crystal for this pile, I feel like you'll really be tapping into your creative pursuits. I feel like if focusing on procrastination is something that you struggle with, I would maybe consider getting one of these crystals, because I struggle with procrastinating all the time, and that's why I love this little guy right here. But in July, I feel like for a lot of you here, you're just going to be tapping into that Mercury energy, that communication energy, creative energy, different things like that. Actually, taking time to focus on things that matter to you and the things that you enjoy and want to prioritize. So there's that little crystal reading to start your reading off for July. And let's go ahead and get into the cards. So I'm going to start with this one right here, and this is going to be your affirmation for July. What affirmation, kind words should you take into this month? And it says, I witness the darkness and call on the light with my prayer. Thank you, universe, for guiding me to perceive the sphere through the eyes of the teacher of love. Wow, what a beautiful affirmation, and also just what a beautiful, beautiful card. So that's kind of like reminds me of what I was saying with the crystal, to perceive the fear through the eyes of the teacher of love, and like how the blue sodalite can help ease any anxieties or worries in regards to kind of like what you're wanting to get done for your goals, either for, you know, your lifetime goals or just your goals for that day alone, and, you know, removing and easing any stress and anxiety to help you better go after, you know, those things, you know, to perceive, you know, that fear through a different lens, essentially. So what a beautiful affirmation to carry with you into this month. Let's go ahead and just leave that card right there. And now we're going to get into the tarot. So I have 3 cards, and this is going to be, you know, going over the beginning, middle, and end energy of July. So for the beginning, we have the 9 of Cups. The middle, we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. And then for the ending energy, we have the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm gonna put that card right up there. All right, so right away with this 9 of Cups energy, starting off the month, this is really beautiful energy for you guys, pile 1. I really feel like you're really gonna go into July very satisfied with yourself, or, you know, something's gonna kick off July that's going to just really boost your morale, your energy, your confidence, and you're just gonna feel very, you know, just good and very positive about the month that lies ahead of you. And, you know, I hope that that energy will stick with you throughout the whole month of July. And, you know, with this 9 of Cups, I feel like if you've been waiting on something, waiting on an answer, a response, an acceptance letter, a congratulations, I feel like you will be getting that at the beginning of July. And also with the 9 of Cups, the 9 of Cups is very kind of like wish come true or wish fulfilled energy. So I feel like if you've been working on like manifesting or like opening your roads, things like that, I really feel like the beginning of July is really going to be the energy where, you know, those manifestations and your wishes and your prayers are going to be coming into fruition, or anything that you do want to bring in and call in, you know, in the beginning of the month will, you know, be coming in fairly quickly and really positively for you, and it's going to work out how you're wanting it to work out. But with the Ace of Swords in reverse here for the middle of the month energy, for the middle of July, this kind of transition is almost like, it's like a lot of things happen, so maybe you felt really confident, but maybe you got too comfortable with where you are, so then you kind of stopped with that creative energy, or maybe you're going to run into a block. And maybe that's why sodalite, I felt called to use sodalite for this pile, and like this crystal, this little crystal is wanting you to utilize its, you know, energy and its power to help you remove any creative blocks. Like I was saying, I feel like this pile that you guys are watching are going to have very, you know, heavy, you know, Mercury influence. Either you're going to have, you know, heavy Virgo, Gemini placements within your chart, or you're going to be, you know, born on Mercury day and have that influence over you. And you're just going to be a very communicative, creative person, very logical, smart. That Swords energy within the tarot, you know, talks all about that. So I feel like, you know, you may feel very, you know, fulfilled emotionally in the beginning of the month. You're going to really see how far that you've come. You're really going to see your blessings, but then you're going to maybe feel a little bit stuck, or maybe even a little bit like overwhelmed to keep going, because maybe you did a lot of, like, the beginning of the month is going to be very, very good. You're going to be putting out lots of things. Maybe you're creative. You're going to put out a lot of content, or maybe you're going to get like a promotion at work, and you're going to get all these good things, and then like you're going to feel almost intimidated, you know, about putting out more good stuff. You know, maybe you feel like people will have too high standards for you, and now you're kind of like freaking out because you don't want to let anybody down or let those around you down, or, you know, don't let imposter syndrome, you know, get to you. Don't let that imposter syndrome, you know, cause you to fill up with doubt and worry, and cause your mind and your, you know, your psyche to fog up and freeze up and lock up. So, you know, I really see, you know, the worth and the satisfaction and success and the joy and the happiness that this 9 of Cups energy has in the beginning of the month, really make sure that you can bring it throughout the whole month, and not to let imposter syndrome hit you in the middle of the month. Things are going well, or maybe you went into July with people having high expectations for you, you having high expectations for yourself and for the month itself, and then kind of getting hit with like a block, or kind of writer's block, creative block, just kind of getting hit with that mental fog. So again, if you like crystals and want to use a crystal and want an excuse to go buy more crystals, I really suggest the blue sodalite crystal. And then looking towards the end of the month with this Page of Pentacles, like what I'm hearing with this is almost like a new adventure or new venture, something along those lines when I look at the Page of Pentacles and with this energy. So I feel like by the end of the month, considering the beginning energy of, that Knight of Cups, Ace of Swords, I feel like when you overcome that blockage and stuff, and kind of remember about, that Knight of Cups energy that, is so abundant around you, when it comes to this Page of Pentacles energy to wrap up your month of July, I really feel like I feel like July, you're really going to be shifting like perspectives almost. That could be what this Ace of Swords is also talking about. It could just be like I feel like it could be for some of you guys a breakdown of what you thought that you were going after, or what you thought you knew. New ideas, new realities, new venture, new thought processes, new opinions are going to be coming in, and I feel like that is a good thing to keep expanding your mind and to keep learning new things. So really be open to receiving whatever new knowledge and new things come towards you. Don't block that, because I really feel like it's going to set you up for almost like a new adventure. Kind of like I was saying, the Nine of Cups is very wish fulfilled energy. I feel like the beginning of July, a lot of your manifestations and things are going to be coming through, and that could also just represent kind of like things ending, like a cycle ending. Like you started from the beginning, you worked really hard to get there, you've been doing your affirmations, all that type of stuff, and July is really going to be like the beginning of July is going to be the time where you're going to see it, and you're going to experience it and thrive in it, and then it's going to be time to kind of begin the new thing. It's like what's next energy. You're not just going to stop there, and if you feel like you should stop there, don't stop there. Don't get blocked in the middle of the month. Keep going. Remember how successful you were the first time, and really remember that you can keep doing that with more things, and that you can keep going after and getting more, that new venture, new adventure energy. And one thing that's really sticking out to me with this Page of Pentacles is the city in the background, the skyline in the background, and how like the word adventure kept coming to me when I see this card. For some of you, you could be moving by the end of July, moving to a new city, or maybe even moving away from the city. I feel like this card could go both ways. She's either walking to the city, or she's walking away from the city to her new place, her new destination, her new journey. She has her backpack on, she has her little coin, which I kind of see as like her idea or plan, her again, plan, idea, whatever it may be, and kind of is traveling and trying to taking the first baby steps to really bring it into accumulation, to almost get to that King of Pentacles energy. So yeah, this is really positive energy. I really just feel like, good things in the middle of July, making sure that you don't get blocked, and to really, not let imposter syndrome take over, and to keep going forward. Don't stop, don't get stuck. Don't feel like this is all that's left for you, or that you accomplish all that's out there for you, because there is going to be more out there for you, and you're going to be able to get it. But just keep going. Don't let this Ace of Swords in reverse, like blockage energy, get to you, because you can overcome that blockage. And then this is kind of like why you're watching this right now, is to prepare yourself for this month ahead, and kind of know and make a little game plan of like what to do when that kind of mental blockages do happen, and also not to be blocked off or closed off to new ideas that people may bring to you and talk to you about, because I feel like it'll help you move forward into a new journey and new cycle with in your life. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the other oracle cards. These are the numerology cards. Oh my gosh. So we have the teaching and learning card, and then we have the time out card. that 7 energy coming through. I think it's so interesting how we have that teacher theme here, and then we have the teacher, you know, the teacher of love in your affirmation card. I mean, the teaching and learning. So okay, so yeah, with July, you know, again, like I said, you know, you're going to feel very accomplished and successful, and you're really going to be a pro at whatever you're doing, whatever field you're in, whatever career path, whatever journey that you're on, you're going to be a pro and you're going to be very successful at it. But don't let that almost be like, you know, like boost your ego in a negative way, that where you don't want to learn more from others. Don't think that you know it all and there's nothing else to be learned. You know, don't be closed off to, you know, new ideas and other teachers coming to your life, because I feel like this could also be a sign for some of you that in July a mentor will be coming into your life, somebody to actually physically teach you, mentor you, guide you. Be open to receiving that. Don't feel like that you're too good enough for that. I don't think that's going to apply for all of you, but that is energy that I'm feeling here. And with the timeout card, this could also be, again, connecting to this Ace of Swords energy. I keep going back to this Ace of Swords in reverse, and I think it's interesting how, you know, again, the sword is like in tarot represents, you know, communication and intellect, and, you know, that's the energy of like the crystal, the blue sodalite. That's that Mercury energy. That Mercurian energy is so heavy and present within your pile number 1. With this timeout card, I really feel like, again, I was saying, good things are going to happen. You're really going to reach like a really high point whatever you're doing, and then it's going to be time to, you know, cycle into something else. And I feel like during the middle of the month, it'll be kind of like a moment of like pause and thinking and learning, teaching and learning, all that stuff, taking a, you know, time out, taking a little break to really see, okay, I've come this far. I'm going to reflect on how far I've come. I'm going to reflect on how much I've accomplished. I'm going to really show my gratitude for all that I've done and all that I've accomplished, but I'm also going to take a little break to really see about what else I want to do. Where else do I want to go next? Because it's out there for me and I'm worthy and deserving of it. But just taking a little break to really make sure that you can really plan. The Pentacles, that's that earth energy, that Virgo energy, being very, you know, detailed, precise, planning it out, and not just kind of jumping and, you know, all, you know, just very, you know, what's the word? Without a plan. I can't think of a word. Just kind of almost like the Fool energy, just taking a leap of faith, but being more precise and planned with it, and taking, you know, the time out to plan your next moves. So really, July is going to be a month of like reaping your success and then making the next moves to your next journey over the month of July. And so then by August, you know, you'll be heading into almost like a new cycle, almost like a new 9 of Cups moment, hopefully. All right, and then we have 2 Moonology cards. We have the full moon in Cancer and the new moon in Pisces. Okay, to make sure those are in the frame. So with the full moon in Cancer, it says a personal issue reaches resolution. And then we have the new moon in Pisces, meditate and contemplate. So that meditate and contemplate is very much that timeout energy, you know, calming your mind, calming any racing thoughts, exactly what that blue sodalite can do. You can even meditate with the stone if you want to. And, you know, again, like it said, contemplate, you know, really contemplate on like what moves you want to make next. Maybe you had some type of plan or idea for what your life wanted to look like, but maybe in July, you'll be open and receiving to new ideas that will kind of change your perspective on things. And then you're really going to be thinking, maybe I actually want to do this instead. Maybe I want to take a little, you know, take a new path. You know, maybe you'll be faced with kind of like a fork in the road type of decision of where you want to go next. And you're going to really be meditating and planning, contemplating, taking the time out and really focusing, okay, what move do I want to make next? Where else do I want to go? Where else on my path can I venture off to? Because I'm so capable, I know I can succeed anywhere I go. and I'm going to succeed no matter what choice I do. But which one really stands out and resonates for me? Maybe if you are moving, it's going to be contemplating on what city, what country do I want to go to next. Maybe you're wanting to travel completely out of the country, far away, or maybe you're considering staying where you're at, and kind of making that really big decision and really taking the time to focus and contemplate and think about it. And then with this full moon in Cancer, a personal issue reaches resolution. That message is pretty clear within itself. I feel like this could almost have to do with maybe kind of like this Ace of Swords energy again. Maybe if you feel blocked or imposter syndrome, confused, insecure, not good enough, whatever it may be, I feel like that will reach its resolution. I don't really feel like it will be super long lasting. You'll be able to get over that Ace of Swords energy quick to be able to keep moving forward in, a very abundant and successful direction for your life. But also if there's any other personal issues or, tension, drama, whatever it may be that, has happened over June and you don't want to take it in July, you're not going to be taking it into July, because it's going to reach its resolution, it's going to end, and it's going to work out, in your favor. It's going to be complete and finished, and you're going to feel good entering the beginning of July. I really don't see, dark or negative, dull energy, especially with this 9 of Cups being here. Very, very positive card. So really good energy so far. And to wrap up your reading, we're going to I pulled some self-care, pulled from the Self-Care Oracle deck. And we have the Use Your Hands and the Start a Vision Board. Okay, the Start a Vision Board is like very on point for this reading, especially when it was like take time to contemplate and think about where you want to go next within your life. And I really feel like July is going to be the month where you're going to be planning all of that. So making a vision board will really help get your thoughts in order, whether if you put, exact, words, or maybe you just put pictures of just the vibe that you want to create or the energy that you want to attract. Vision boards are amazing. They're so much fun to make. So really, get creative, use your hands, make a vision board. Maybe if you're into pottery, like this card, is showing, do pottery, draw art, play music, different things like that. Really get creative and really use use that creative outlet to almost help inspire you to make your next moves. Maybe if you feel blocked or something, just pick up something creative that you haven't done in a while, whether if it's simply drawing, coloring in a coloring book, or something really elaborate like pottery. I feel like whenever you feel stuck during July, being creative, using your hands, different things like that will help motivate you and kind of get, this creative juices flowing again, and you'll be able to, get back on track and get back on, your flow or your grind. All right, pile 1, that is all the messages I have for you for July. Very, really good energy. I'm very excited for you guys to see where you head. If this resonated or anything stuck out to you, please let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And again, if you want to book a personal reading with me, that information will be down below in the description box, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Hello, pile 2, the Celestite pile. Welcome to your reading for July 2021. Now, Celestite is such a beautiful crystal. I love this crystal so much. It's very, I connect it with very Venetian energy. So maybe you were born on Venus Day, which is a Friday, or maybe you have heavy, Taurus or Libra placements within your chart. But Celestite is a very good crystal for, easing anxiety and like almost harmony. This, this stone can really also help with, communication, that blue throat chakra energy, but it's more softer or more delicate compared to, the sodalite or the blue lace agate. It can really help just bring peace of mind. It's a good meditation stone. It can also, again, help with creativity. And, when it comes to communication, I feel like it really can help ease any anxieties or doubts when it comes to communicating with, your angels or your spirit guides. So maybe if you are the type of person who's been wanting to connect to that thing, maybe you've never really reached out to that before and you've been wanting to, but maybe you're a little scared or, like insecure, or maybe have your doubts about, if it will work, or, feel like you're not going to do it right. I feel like this will be a really good crystal for you to get, because it will help, build that confidence, help you use your words to be able to effectively communicate, especially that spiritual communication. So maybe this month in July, pile 2, you guys are going to be focusing more on connecting with your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors, whoever you are wanting to connect with this celestite crystal. So very, very beautiful energy, very soft Venetian energy to start off your reading for July. So let's go ahead and get into the reading. I'm going to start with this card right here, and this is going to be your affirmation that you should carry with you into this new month. And it reads, "The presence of love will always cast out fear." That is so beautiful, such a beautiful card too. And I feel like it also really connects to what I was saying about how this can really help ease any anxieties or fears, about, communicating, whether if it's, with somebody, face to face, or especially that spirit communication. And also, sometimes we can be hesitant about connecting to, our angels, ancestors, spirit guides, because maybe we feel like they're not going to like us. But with that, the presence of love will always cast out fear. I almost feel like this is, your, spirit team, reaching out to you and giving you that sign, that nudge to be like, hey, like, we love you and we're here for you and we support you. We don't want you to be scared of us, and we want you to begin building that connection and that relationship to us. So really beautiful confirmation if you're looking for that confirmation that your, your spirit team, your loved ones are loving you and supporting you from the other side, and that they are walking with you and they are being with you always. All right, so let's go ahead and put this affirmation card up here. I'll leave the crystal with it too. And now we're going to get into the tarot. I have 3 cards here, and they're going to be, representing the beginning, middle, and end energies for your month of July. So for the beginning, we have the Star, Aquarius energy, the middle, the High Priestess in reverse, and then we have the 9 of Wands in reverse. Okay, so right away, again, it's literally what I was saying with that celestite crystal about either having doubts or insecurities, especially when it comes to kind of like that spiritual communication, that spiritual connection, connecting deeper to that spiritual, mystical side of things. But beginning with the Star for the beginning of the month, this is, Aquarius energy. Maybe you have Aquarius placements. With the Star card being here, this is a card of, new hope. Maybe if, June ended on a bad note, maybe a negative note, or just not the note in the way that you were wanting it to. Maybe things feel a little bit bleak and not as optimistic or as positive as you were looking for. I really feel like, entering July, the beginning of July will be, your star moment where you start to see the light again. You'll start to see that light at the end of the tunnel. You'll start to feel more hopeful about things again. And I also feel like this may be why you feel called to kind of reach out to the spirit world and stuff like that, or kind of tap into that spiritual side of things, because maybe you feel more so alone in, the physical world. Maybe you feel like nobody around you understands you or gets what you're going through, or, will understand, your thoughts and your beliefs. And now you don't really feel like you know where to turn, but I feel like, that's why, spirit is reaching out to you. And that kind of connects, leads me into this High Priestess in reverse here for the middle of the month energy. Because with the High Priestess in reverse, this, this card is all about, the mystical, intuition, spiritual connection, spiritual communication, esoteric things, magic, witchcraft, things like that. Very beautiful card. The High Priestess is also so intelligent. With this imagery, I'll flip it right side up so you can look at it a little bit better. She's working, she's really doing, her thing. Like, she's on her laptop, she's working. I don't want to use the word girl boss, but that's kind of what the energy is here. You know, it's someone who is like independent, and that also could be your energy. Maybe you have maybe you struggle with that hyper independence energy. I know that I sometimes do personally, so that there's no judgment here. But with this High Priestess in reverse energy, maybe, you know, you'll feel hopeful about connecting to the spirit realm, the spirit side, connecting into your spirituality a bit more. But maybe that, you know, don't let that hyper independence or that insecurity within, you know, your own intuition and doing things, you know, block you from, you know, building something really beautiful, something that could be so beautiful, building, you know, beautiful connections and relationships. I'm sorry about my cat. So I feel like, you know, again, with the star card energy, you know, I feel like, you know, you'll kind of start building back momentum again. You'll start feeling good about things again, but just be very, you know, kind of cautious about, you know, the rest of the month, and not to, you know, let that hyper independence, I can do everything on my own, I don't need anybody energy, or any insecurities, you know, about the future, you know, really affect you and get to you. And, you know, if you feel like you need to rely on that spiritual guidance, you know that it's here for you and it's waiting for you, but just, you know, have confidence and trust within your intuition, and trust that they do actually care about you and care for you, and that they're not mad at you, and they're just waiting and eager for you to reach out, and they want to hear from you and talk with you and be with you and protect you and all of that wonderful, beautiful, good stuff. And then with the end of the month energy being the Nine of Wands in reverse, you know, again, that's that, you know, when I was talking about that very hyper independent, very almost defensive, on guard energy, because maybe, you know, you've really gone through it. Maybe you're just somebody who's really just gone through a lot, and you have a lot of battle scars to prove it. You know, with the imagery here, you know, she has her wrists and hands bandaged up, her head's bandaged up, you know, they've been through a lot. You know, they've really fought the battle, and you've really fought the battle yourself. And now, you know, you really feel like you can't trust people again, feeling like you have to do everything on your own. But I really feel like by the end of July, that energy is going to get old fast for you. And I feel like you're going to be very tired, and you're going to feel very drained, because, you know, it's not possible or, you know, the healthiest to do everything on your own. It's okay to reach out for help, whether if it's, you know, help to a friend or a family member or loved one that you know, care for and trust, and reaching out to them, or again, reaching out, you know, to, you know, that spiritual side of things, reaching out to your angels, your guides, your ancestors, whoever you are wanting and, you know, seeking to connect to. And also maybe if you've been feeling like some type of spirit, angel, or deity has been reaching out to you, but you're kind of hesitant, like, why me? Or like, no, like, they wouldn't reach out to me, like, you know, I'm not good enough, whatever. I feel like this is also confirmation that they are reaching out to you, and you should, you know, begin to be more open to, you know, receiving whatever they are wanting to tell you, and be open to, you know, researching and learning about them and connecting with them, and seeing if that is a connection and relationship that you are wanting to build and actually maintain, you know, having that, you know, deity worship. But again, like I was saying, just be very wary and cautious about not burning yourself out from being, you know, again, hyper independent. I sound like a broken record. I keep saying that word over and over again. My apologies. But, you know, that's the energy that I'm feeling here. So don't burn yourself out. Don't feel insecure about, you know, your knowledge, or, you know, don't feel insecure within your own spirituality, or, you know, within your own, you know, spiritual self. And know that, you know, whatever light in the tunnel that you see at the beginning of July, it isn't too good to be true, and you deserve this energy. Don't snuff, you know, the light out because you feel like you don't deserve it. But really, you know, when you see that, you know, little flame, when you see that little light at the end of the tunnel, really, you know, nurture it and take care of it, and let it grow into a huge, beautiful, powerful, roaring fire that is just going to support you and carry you so far. And, you know, don't let it burn out. Don't let yourself burn out this month of July. Kind of like I was saying, you know, the celestite, it's a very, you know, good stone for, you know, communication and confidence and clarity and peace, but it's also a very gentle energy. It's, you know, that's that Venetian energy coming through, that harmonizing, that beautifying energy. You know, don't be scared to receive gentleness from others, and also don't be afraid to be gentle and loving on yourself. You know, don't beat yourself up for the little things. don't, put yourself to higher standards that you wouldn't put anybody else to. Set realistic goals, set realistic standards, and don't be afraid to ask for help from those around you. All right, let's go ahead and get into the oracle cards. So first we have the domestic harmony card right here, and then we have the change card. All right, so that blue throat chakra energy coming through with these cards right here. But with this domestic harmony card, maybe when I was saying, maybe things seem bleak or not as optimistic or good, leaving June and entering July, maybe not really feeling very confident about things in the future. Maybe that has issues to do with your home life. Domestic harmony, that could be with your family, family issues, or maybe just not really feeling secure within your own home or within your own space, feeling like you don't have any, roots planted down, and feeling like, there's really no space or place for you in this world. Well, that is not the case, and you're really you're gonna find that harmony within those different aspects, which one of those may apply to you. So for July, it's just gonna be more harmony within, your home life, feeling more at home with where you are, feeling more at home within any space that you enter, not feeling like you take up space, but that you are meant to be there. And with this change card, I feel like it's going to represent just overall lots of changes happening in July, and I feel like it's going to be very positive change in terms of kind of just your overall outlook on things. Like I was saying within the tarot about, not being more gentle with yourself, changing, those expectations within yourself, maybe, changing, your spiritual routine, maybe changing, from not really being super spiritual to actually really deep diving into spirituality, different things like that. So I really feel like big but yet positive changes will be happening for you, but you have to be open to receiving them. You can't, see that beginning light and that beginning, positive light at the end of the tunnel for me, but then snuff it out because you don't feel like you're worthy, or don't feel like you're worthy of receiving help from others, and you're gonna quickly burn yourself out and be very defensive and on guard and very hardened, having your heart hardened, not being open to receiving others and, trusting others, different things like that, and really, pushing everyone away, because then you're going to push those big, happy changes away. So, with tarot, none of this is set in stone. It's just the current energies around you. So go into July with, welcoming new hope and new beginnings with the star card, and make sure not to, end up in that burnt out, not really feeling confident, or not really feeling as connected, or, not really feeling very grounded either as you go through your month of July. Now let's pull some of these Moonology cards. We have the Gibbous Moon, you're very close to achieving your goal. And then we have the Full Moon in Taurus, your dreams need a practical plan. Okay, so with this message right here, with this, you're very close to achieving your goals. Again, I feel like it's kind of like a repeat and confirmation of what I was just saying about big happy changes coming, more harmony coming, light at the end of the tunnel, hopeful energy that's going to give you faith and going to give you, that boost of energy and confidence you've been needing. But with this, your dreams need a practical plan, I really see these two connecting, like you're so close to achieving your goal and getting to where you want to be, this card and that star card energy being right on top of each other. But, I feel like if you've been trying to do it all on your own, no help from others, whether if it's help from the people around you or even help from the other side, I feel like, that's not practical. You're going to need help and guidance and assistance and, someone to lean on at the very least as you go through this journey in this cycle. So having that practical plan and being open to receiving help, open to receiving guidance, having something really set out in front of you, actually maybe, tapping into that Taurus earth energy of, being, grounded, organized, precise, different things like that, and maybe writing down your plan, not just kind of winging it and just going out there and just, really setting really hard and high, impossible standards and expectations for yourself to just achieve, whatever goals you have without any type of plan or kind of like game plan, blueprint, whatever, to help actually get you there. So just be mindful of that, pile 2. I really feel like that you can achieve it and that you've been through so much. And I know when you've been through a lot, it is hard to be open to receiving good things. It's very hard to, really push away and, block, things out that seem good on the surface, but you're so scared that they're actually not going to be good on the surface. And that could come from, traumas and things from your past. But that doesn't mean that your future is always going to be destined and set like that forever, and that you deserve good things and you deserve that help and that guidance, bringing in more love to cast out fear, and that love will always cast out and outweigh and outnumber fear. And you deserve to have that gentle energy around you, and you deserve to have that help and guidance and support and assistance and love from those around you to help get to where you need to be and where you're supposed to be. All right, and lastly, I have some self-care oracle cards here to see how you could best care for yourself or show yourself love during the month of July. So we have the Connect with Your Womb card. Now, when it comes to connecting with your womb, that could be, if you actually physically have, a womb within your body, that can just be connecting to that, sensual part of yourself. But also the womb space is just another term for just that creative space. It's that sacral chakra energy connecting to your sensuality, your sexuality, your creativity, different things like that. So maybe there could be lots of healing in terms of, the sacral chakra, creative space, womb space, energy here. And then we have read, very simple, but also just so beneficial reading. And, with the practical plan card and them kind of, ending up on top of each other, maybe to help get to your practical plan, there's going to be some books or things that you can read or research online that will kind of really help clear things up and help you see, the way to do things more clearly and more accurately to help you achieve your goals, because you are so close. And July could be the month where you really, actually achieve those goals, or just get so close that by the time August comes around, you'll be living the life that you've always prayed for and dreamed about. But healing any wounds from the past, actually healing, that womb space, to help you be more open to receiving, love and support and guidance and reassurance from those around you. Again, from either the physical world or the spiritual world, regardless of what, you are seeking out. But, just be open to receiving that help and that love and that guidance, because it will take you far and you do deserve it, and it will be so good for you. All right, pile 2, that is all the messages I have for you for your month of July. If anything resonated or stood out for you, please let me know down in the comments, because I'd love to hear from you. And if you would like to book a personal in-depth reading, you can do so at my website, which is linked down below. And I will see you in the next video. Bye. Hello, pile 3, the blue lace agate pile. Such a beautiful crystal. This crystal is, a good crystal for anxiety, stress, building up and helping boosting your confidence when it comes to communication, especially like public speaking your mind, speaking your truth. So maybe if you struggle with those things, speaking up, saying your piece, saying what's on your mind, if you struggle with doing that, maybe you should get a blue lace agate, for July. Make this your crystal for the month. Really help focus on that throat chakra energy, opening up that energy within your throat to be able to, again, speak your mind, speak things more clearly, be confident in what you're actually speaking. Because maybe you don't have a problem saying what's on your mind, but you just don't have a lot of confidence to back it up and support it, and you just want to have that, really assertive and assured energy when you are, speaking, whether if it's to, a big crowd or simply to, those around you, your coworkers, your friends, different things like that. So if you struggle, with anxiety or kind of, insecurity when it comes to that communication aspect, blue lace agate will definitely be your friend. So pile 3, definitely check out this crystal for your month of July. See if this is one that can help benefit you for, for this new month and also for the many months ahead. All right, so getting into your reading, I'm going to go ahead and start with this card right here, and this is going to be your affirmation to carry with you for this new month of July. So this one says, I am the dreamer of my dream. Really beautiful card. So this could also be what I was talking about in connection to the blue lace agate is, maybe, you can speak your mind and you have like those, you can communicate and, have those ideas and different things like that, but maybe it's just having that confidence behind it, and maybe you have some really big dreams and new ideas that you are wanting to go after, but maybe you just feel scared that no one's either going to support you or no one's going to listen to you or fully hear you for what you have to say and what you have to offer to the world. But I really feel like people will receive it, and you do, your right audience and right supporters will find you. And the most important part with, whatever you're wanting to go after is having that confidence within yourself, because, even if so many people support you, if you personally don't believe in yourself, that support from others isn't going to mean anything, because you feel like they're going to be lying to you, and that imposter syndrome is going to eat you alive, and we don't want that. So just being confident within yourself, being confident within your dreams, being confident within what you are wanting, to do, in the world. All right, so now we're going to get into the tarot. So I have 3 cards here. They're going to represent, they're going to represent the beginning, middle, and end energies of your month of July. So for the beginning, we have the 2 of Cups. Middle, we have the 7 of Wands in reverse. And the end of the month, we have the 6 of Swords in reverse. Okay, so with the beginning energy, with the 2 of Cups being here, and already the talk of, dreams and aspiration and goals, I really feel like the energy for July for you guys, pile 3, is to not get distracted by other people or just simply other things that, happen to stumble upon your path this month, and to not let them, distract you or get you off track from what you're doing, and making sure that the people that you do meet, whether if it's new people that come into your life or July, or just simply the people that you're going to be connecting with on all different levels, whether if it's family, platonic, romantic, business partnerships, whatever it may be, make sure those people are actually supporting you and are actually wanting to see you thrive and grow, and they aren't just either using you or they're just not really serious about being in your life. So that's going to be the beginning month of the beginning energy for July for you guys. Pile number 3, I really feel like it's going to be, either meeting with new people and really making sure and really being cautious about, setting expectations and standards and goals of what you expect from them, and kind of like what you're going to give to them. Again, having that confidence to speak up for yourself and making sure that it is going to be a good match and good pairing, and it's going to be supportive and beneficial for you guys both. But I do feel like, and also, when it comes to existing connections, beginning of July could also be, the energy or time period where you're going to really be reflecting and reevaluating on, your existing connections, and really seeing, are these connections that I want to keep around, or are these going to be connections that I'm going to have to let go of because they don't support my dream. They don't support what I'm going after, or they're not listening to me, they're not hearing me, what I say and what I'm expecting from them, and so they gotta go. And this kind of leads into the 7 of Wands in reverse energy, and this is a card about being very defensive and on guard and fighting things off. I'll flip the card upright so you guys can see the energy or the imagery better. This person, was fighting off a whole bunch of people below. They, have, their defensive game face on, and they're going to win against these 6 people below them. So the 7 of Wands in reverse, I really see this as a message and reminder to stay strong and stern in what you expect from other people, and also with what you expect to yourself. Don't get off track. Don't get distracted. Don't let people sway you off your path and your goals and what your vision and sights are, and stand firm in that. And also don't let yourself sway off from the path. Don't let, your own procrastination or distraction or, running mind, get the best of you. So really make sure that you're staying, not like, I don't want to say strict where, your life is miserable and you don't have fun anymore. That's not what I mean at all. It's just more so about making sure the people around you are people that, you can have fun with and connect with, but those same people are also going to be uplifting you and supporting you at the same time. So it's just making sure that you're being very, particular and specific and defensive about, the people that are in your life and your standards and your boundaries, not letting people cross boundaries and not letting your boundaries slide. Do not let your boundaries slide, because I feel for some of you, you guys may meet somebody and it's going to be very tempting to let your boundaries slide, but please do not do that, because you're going to regret it in the long run, because it's going to distract you and cause your dream to, be delayed almost, and I don't want that for you. So just be sure that you're staying stern and strong in your boundaries. You're not letting people take advantage of you or distract you, because again, and then leading into the Six of Swords energy for the end of the month, I do feel like, you're gonna have to let some people go again, whether if it's past connections and whatever you kind of think on and ponder during, July. This also could be pre-existing connections showing their true colors during July and then having to let them go. But with the Six of Swords being in reverse, it's going to be very difficult. It's going to be very hard to let, these people go, or these things, and even if they're not people, maybe just habits or mindsets, letting that go. And I agree, it is very, very hard to let things go, especially if we care about them or we had a deep connection or deep bond or very good memories with them. But I really feel like July is going to be a month about really focusing and taking your goals and dreams and your journey and your path and your visions seriously, and making sure that July is going to be the month where you're going to be cleaning out shop. You're going to be getting rid of things that don't support you, things that, don't benefit you or uplift you. And it's going to be difficult, because sometimes we feel guilty, we feel bad. It's, maybe you're somebody who's just very, you don't have that confidence to, speak up for yourself. But I really feel like July is going to be the month where you need to speak up for yourself, because your dream matters more than these other people's feelings. Not to be harsh, but it's true, and you need to remind yourself about that. Not to put other people's feelings above your own boundaries and your own goals and aspirations and things like that. Not letting other people block or delay and get in the way of that. So make sure, by the end of the month, if there's anything that you've been holding on to or not letting go, July, it's gonna get harder to try to keep it and force it and try to make it work in your life, because July is gonna be the month again. You're going to be cleaning out shop. You're going to, really be realizing, okay, I actually do need to let these people or these things go now, because they're getting in the way of my dream. And I've been working on my confidence with speaking up, speaking my truth, speaking my mind, setting and standing firm in my boundaries, not letting people get in the way, and letting connections that don't serve me get in the way. So July, it's going to be a month where you're really going to be focusing, on yourself and making sure that everything around you is in alignment with where you're wanting to go. So I feel like, overall it's pretty neutral energy. I do feel like, it can work out for the best, if you do let these things go, leave them behind to help propel you to your dreams in the moment, and it's not going to feel the best, especially with the Six of Swords being in reverse. But I do feel like in the long run it is going to pay off, and you're going to be glad that you did. You may even be wondering why you didn't even do it sooner, because I know I've been there and done that, trust me. All right, so now let's go ahead and get into more oracle cards. So we have the relationship change card right here, and then we have the music card. So relationship change is very on point to what, I was talking about. I feel like, it could be, romantic relationships. Maybe some of you have been thinking about, or maybe feeling like, your current relationship isn't going to make it. Maybe it's time to end things or take a different route. July could be the month where, you know, you get your confirmation to be like, okay, things need to move on. Or maybe somebody will come into your life that will kind of, you know, help realize, okay, there's better out there for me, and I need to, you know, move forward and move on to get whatever is better for me. But the relationship change doesn't always have to connect to romantic relationship. Like I was saying, you know, if you have business partnerships, friends, family holding you back, not supporting you, you need to change that. You either need to set stricter boundaries with them, or you need to leave them behind. You know, this is only going to go one of two ways. They're either going to listen to you and what you expect from them, or if they don't, they can head straight to the door, because again, your dreams and your well-being matter the most. Do not put any other people's well-being over your own, because it will just backfire in the end. And then with the music card here, when the music card comes out, I always just see this as, you know, the card, or, you know, a sign of, you know, music is going to be very important during July, and especially in terms of receiving messages. I feel like July is going to be a month where you're going to be receiving lots of different messages and confirmation through the music that you listen to, whether if it's the music within your own library, hitting shuffle and asking spirit for a message within the lyrics, listening to the lyrics, finding that message, or just any of the new songs that you find during this month will probably be very important to you, will be very, you know, personal, and will resonate with you a lot. Or just maybe just the songs that you hear while in the grocery store, or songs that you hear on the radio. There'll be lyrics that you'll hear that will like really, you know, sound very targeted at you. It'll seem like a message directly at you, and trust that it is a message for you, and to really listen to it and listen to whatever that message is trying to tell you. All right, and now I have some Moonology cards here. We have the new moon in Virgo, the new moon in Virgo, a time to give rather than take. And then we have the new moon in Cancer, your loved ones are safe. So 2 new moon energies. This is going to be, you know, beginnings. When it comes to the new moon energy and kind of like that beginning energy of kind of seeing, okay, like I have a blank slate, I have a fresh start, where I want to go. This is going to be representative of July, really feeling like a fresh start for you. Like, you know, a new relationship could come into your life, and it could be a relationship that could be very supportive of you. You know, don't take this where it's like every single person in your life is your enemy, you need to cut them off, because relationship change could simply be a change from single to taken. With that 2 of Cups energy here to kind of, you know, bring a little love message into this. But again, it's just, the whole point is just to really make sure that the people that come into your life, or the people that are already in your life, are not giving more than they're taking. I mean, they're not taking more than they're giving, is what I meant. They're not taking more than what they give to you, and that they're very going to be supportive of your dreams. So that's kind of like the thing and the key to look for when it comes to the people coming into your life, new people, or the people that have already been around. Are they supportive of you? Do they listen to your boundaries? Is there equal balance? Do they give to you as much as they take from you? You know, and vice versa. And then kind of looking into this new moon in Cancer card, where it says you and your loved ones are safe. You know, this is going to be Cancer, that's very family oriented energy. So this could also just simply be a sign from the other side, you know, your ancestors, your loved ones that have passed on, that they're going to be really walking with you and supporting you and giving you that little extra bit of love this month, and that extra little bit of support and guidance for you this month. And also, if you are dealing with any family members that are maybe, you know, sick or just not doing so well, I do feel like you'll get better, you'll get positive news that they're either healing, getting restored, that they're, you know, getting better, and that, like it says, you and your loved ones are safe and you have nothing to worry about. So if there's something within, you know, your family, whether if it's, you know, your birth family, or even, you know, chosen families as well, that you know, and those loved ones, you know, you guys are going to be safe during July. But definitely, again, I do think there's going to be a focus on kind of like those personal connections with those around you in July, making sure that all those personal connections are people that love you and support you unconditionally, and that they aren't there just to take from you or leech off you. All right. And lastly, to end the message, I have some self-care oracle cards. 3 wanted to come out for you guys. All the other piles got 2, but you guys got 3. It's fitting you guys are pile 3. So these are just going to be ways to see how you can best show yourself some self-love, some self-care during the month of July. So first we have create art. Maybe your dreams connect to you being an artist, or you're just a creative. And this month is really going to be, again, focusing on your dreams, making sure that everything around you is in alignment with your dreams, making sure everyone else around you is supporting your dreams. And maybe if you ever get stuck in a rut or kind of stuck in, a block, this kind of also resonates to what I was talking about with pile 2, or no, pile 1, I mean. If ever you feel stuck, just grab something and be creative, whether if it's just simply coloring in a coloring book or doing something very elaborate and artistic. Because I feel like if you get stuck on a rut, really focusing and hyper focusing on that blockage will only keep you blocked and stuck. But just, grabbing something and just being creative, grabbing something and being creative, it'll really help you break free from that, because once you get going, you're not going to want to stop and the creative juices will get flowing. And then we have deep breathing. So focusing on breath work, if you do like crystals, getting with a crystal, if you get a blue lace agate or you have a blue lace agate, doing some meditation and deep breathing and breath work with it to kind of really help connect with the stone, let the energies help you, and also connect with opening and balancing out your throat chakra. There's the blue energies within this card, and really not being anxious about anything, not feeling anxious or scared about anything. Maybe if you are anxious, this stone is good for anxiety, but maybe whenever anxiety does come, to either release it through art or, calm yourself and help kind of recenter and ground yourself through deep breathing. I suffer with anxiety, and deep breathing does help me, when I do remember to do it. And lastly, we have burning bowl ritual. So with the burning bowl rituals are very good for releasing. And like I said, I do feel like there are going to be some things, that 6 of Swords and reverse energy, by the end of the month that you're going to have to release. And it's going to be very hard to let go. So maybe doing a burning bowl ritual where you write whatever it is that you want to let go of. You can see on her little paper right here, it says to let go, and she's going to burn it. Sometimes, physically seeing that act of the thing burning and smoking away from us can really help bring in closure and help us visualize, okay, I'm actually letting go and it's being let go, it's being removed and removed out of my life, and you're seeing it being burnt and destroyed away. You can do a burning bowl ritual, or even a cord cutting ritual as well too. But maybe if you struggle with simply just letting people go and you need that little extra boost, and whether if it's that visual effect or simply that magical effect of doing rituals and spells, don't be afraid to do it, or reach out to somebody who knows how to do it, that you trust, and have them help you or do it for you. But the most important part, again, releasing what you need to let go of, helping boost your confidence with with your your dreams and your voice and your communication, and just trusting into your dreams, and making sure those around you also trust and believe and support you in your dreams as well. All right, friends, that is all the messages I have for you. And if this resonated or anything stood out for you, please let me know down in the comments. I love to hear from you. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at my website, which is linked down below. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.